Oh, what's up everybody? We're back and we're going to finish out the Dragon's Quick Constructed playlist. This video here today. We're either getting 3 wins or 1 loss right now. We're going to finish this out. It's high noon and it's time to draw. Zombie underdog. We're the underdog today, sir. Because we are the best. What are we getting here today? The nice hand. Alright, we have lots of very high mana things and no removal. But we got Sarkan on 3, which ramps us into it. So if we pull a single mountain, we'll be good. I don't recommend this, typically. But we're going to go off of hopefully getting one mountain. That's all we need. 1 mountain. We're dropping so many threats. We're going to have 2 draws. This coming turn and the one after to get a 3rd mountain to drop that Sarkan. This entire game will be reliant on that. And we have a renegade map, ladies and gentlemen. You know what that means? Next turn we have a 3rd mountain. So the turn after that, we're dropping a 5-drop dragon. It'll be good to go. Swing at us, sir. It's fine. Now we do need Sarkan Fireblood to survive for that turn. We're going to go ahead and crack it and thin the deck a little bit. Yes, we'll take a mountain. Because all we play is mountains. Why wouldn't we? They're the best land. By far.
We begin.
Alrighty, we're going to tick him up, and we're actually going to discard one of these Lathlisses, because 2 is just too many for a legendary dragon. And we get another mountain. Okay, so we'll be good. We'll be getting value as we go along in this game. Kari Zev does not have haste, so we're doing okay. We'll have Sarkan. Unless they have a shock, we'll have it for at least 1 more turn, so we're doing alright. Very aggressive hand we kept here. Aggressive in the way if we really had to get these mountains and hope we live long enough. Alrighty, our opponent going all at Sarkan. Unless something happens, he will still survive with 1 loyalty, though. Looks like that's going to happen here today. Glorious. We couldn't ask for better, ladies and gentlemen. We can start with the Lathless, and then every dragon we drop after that will give us even more. Alright. Will the combo happen? Will it stay on the field?
Look to the skies.
Will our opponent allow us to get all the dragon value in the world? We have a mountain and 5 drops, so we don't technically need Sarkan anymore. This is exactly where we want to be, everyone. They have lots of creatures, but we're about to start dropping so many dragon value. Next 2 turns, both of these will trigger the ability. Alright, dealing 3 damage. Does he have a follow-up lightning strike? Is that what he's going for? Or does he just want the 3/3 counters? What you doing, opponent? Alrighty. Considering either blocking the Kari Zev for damage or a Bomat Courier, I think I'm going that way so that they don't get those cards underneath them and get their value back. Bomat Courier should be a pretty safe block as well. I think we'll do that to get rid of as much card advantage on his side as we can. Go ahead and take out the Bomat Courier. We'll be safe from... all we're doing is putting ourselves into range of a shock. But he's already holding up Lightning Strike. Alright, he let the Bomat Courier go. He discarded and drew the new cards. Just need Lathless to survive.
Strike like you mean it.
Oh.
I fear no pain. You call that a hit?
Sarkan was talking a lot of trash as he died there. Very interesting strategy on his part. Very, very interesting strategy. Alright. We do have a Chandra Torch of Defiance, but if we drop that, we won't be able to quite drop our big boys here. So, we want to get the dragon value. So, we're going to go ahead. Let's see. He may sacrifice a creature, or if we drop Glorybringer, we can kill one outright. I think we're going to go ahead and drop the hasty Glorybringer and kill that other Bomat Courier. Alright, we're attacking with both, and we're going to exert. Let's get rid of that other Bomat Courier. Don't want them getting too many cards back, because that card value is how they win games. Good, good. We're doing the things we need to do, and we still have a 5/5 blocker on the field. Our opponent may need to start stressing a little bit unless they get something major going on here. Chain Whirler, very, very relevant because that will put -1/-1 counters because of Soul Scar Mage. So that's a very relevant card. Alright. Blocker. We can deal with that Kari Zev. And that'll be alright. Did it count it? Come on. Come on, computer. Do what I say. Oh, he gave him Menace. That's what's going on here. Alright, well, we'll hold the 2 damage. We have a walking ballista. Might seem like a great idea, but I do believe it's demanding dragon time. Because I want that value first. They can sacrifice a creature to prevent the damage. Let's get the Lathless trigger first. Just to make sure they know what's about to happen here. Just to make sure they understand the situation that they are in. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a very, very large board of dragons. And even if they sweep it here, next turn, we will drop this walking ballista for a lot. That is a hazard, ladies and gentlemen, and it will come down and be able to swing with haste. Alright, they're swinging with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11, 12, 15 damage. So that is enough to kill everything we are doing. So we need to choose a couple of careful blockers here today. Alright, we're going to put one on a Chain Whirler. That'll be 3 right there. And I do believe we should be able to afford to put one on Hazard. Just go ahead and block the damage. We can lose a dragon token. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 7 coming through. We're okay with that. Alrighty. And the GG's on that one. Too many dragons. Finally got to see the full Lathless combo go off and get all the tokens. Really, really, really hard for our opponents to fight through that. And Shiva Fang will be our next opponent. Alright, that's 1 win down for today. Do we get 2 more wins or a loss first? It's going to be the 2 wins. Of course it will be. Alright, 3 mountains, a couple good dragons, and a Chandra. I do believe we're okay with this. That dragon egg should be able to keep us alive for a little while so we get our Chandra. Worked for us last time, just waiting, keeping a hand with the threats. A few games ago we kept a hand with all the lands and no threats, and it didn't work out for us. So guess what? We're going to do the opposite. That's how it works, right? And we're starting with a swamp. So we're going to assume some zombie action until we see differently. Might be aggressive, but we did not see a 1-drop. Alright, we have 2-color Heart of Quran. Alright, red-black aggro possibly looking right here. Alrighty. Going to combat. Nobody's going to attack. Nobody's going to block. Before it goes to our turn, we're going to just kill this Heart of Quran. One of the reasons that card fell out of the meta last year is because of the printing of a braid. Let's go ahead and drop our Dragon Egg. Getting the value, our opponent not able to get any damage on us early, so hopefully our big threats will be plenty to close out the game. Dragon Egg, once again, one of my favorite cards, for no real reason. Scrap Heap Scrounger. That's recursion. Alright. We're going to go ahead and drop the Chandra.
When people start screaming, I know I'm
We'll
on
exile the
track.
top card. We will not be able to cast it with
Today's
no
my
mana.
lucky day.
It was a mountain anyway. So that worked out for us. We have a single blocker in our Dragon Egg to protect Chandra with. And we'll go ahead and get a block with the Dragon Egg. Give us a free little dragon onto the field. Goodbye, Dragon Egg. It was nice knowing you, Dragon Egg. But we'll have fun with the Dragon Token. Oh, and the Fatal Push. There he goes. There he goes. But we kept Chandra alive, and that was really, really what we wanted to happen. Go ahead and get the exile first. See what the next card is, because that may be something better than Demanding Dragon. And we'll make that choice. Sweltering Suns. I don't believe we need to cast that. All he has is a Scrap Heap out. Let's drop a Demanding Dragon. He has the choice to sack his Scrap Heap Scrounger instead of taking the 5 damage. Since it recurs, it's probably a good idea on his part. We would love for him to take the 5, and he does. Alrighty. Alright. We're going to get an Unlicensed Disintegration here, doing work. Alright, that gets rid of one Demanding Dragon. Little does he know we have another one waiting.
Now you've done it.
We're feeling, and a Glorybringer. We are just fine here, ladies and gentlemen. We are doing just fine. We're going to go ahead and exile another card and see what we get.
It's gonna hurt.
It looked like it was another mountain, so that's just a free 2 damage. Alright, I do believe let's go ahead and drop the other Demanding Dragon, make him make that choice once again. We'll bring down the Hasty Glorybringer to finish out the game afterwards. That ETB trigger, that Enter the Battlefield trigger, is just a deadly. Does so much work for us, game in, game out. Definitely going to block the Scrap Heap Scrounger with the Demanding Dragon. And we have a Lightning Strike. He's going to go ahead and... That's a 2-for-1. He's going to go ahead and 2-for-1 himself just to get rid of that. Let's see. Let's get... What do we get off of Chandra? We have the Glorybringer. But remember, never get greedy. Don't assume. Play your threats as they come and play it out like you assume that they have an answer. Unless he has a kill spell, this will be game right here. What'll it be? Does he have the kill spell? Or will we come down to the last game? And they show it, but they scoop. Chandra would have killed him next turn, so that's the GG's. Next turn, Chandra would have killed him for sure, so he went ahead and hit it. Now it comes down to this. The 7th win, or the 3rd loss. What'll it be? And Sky High will be it. Just one more to go, and we have that 7-win constructed run. We're looking like we have 4 lands to Field of Ruins. But we do have 2 kill spells and eventually a Lathless. I'm not sure how we feel about this. That's a lot of mountains. That is a lot of mountains. Let's go ahead and mulligan one time, because I just don't think this single threat's going to be enough. We may come to regret that. It was a tough choice. Alright. Alright. 2 walking ballista, several things. I like this better. I do like this better, and we get the scry in this case, and we will keep a mountain. We will go ahead and keep that, because then we can play our spit flame and dragon egg. And let's go with a mountain and pass turn. See what our opponent's playing. It's so much easier. Remember in Quick Constructed on MTG Arena that we only play one hand. We only play one game, so there is no sideboarding. I have to make every single decision without having, on the mulligans, without knowing what in the world we're facing. Alright, we have blue and black so far. Let's go ahead and drop us a walking ballista, get something onto the field, and maybe they'll show their hand. Tell us what might be going on here today. We got us a blocker and a pinger, so it's a little bit of something to do. Next turn, we're going to start dropping dragon eggs. Spit flames are going to be alive, lightning strikes, but we desperately need big threats. We need planeswalkers. Alright. We've got some Grixis action going on. This might be a mid-range dragon deck. We may see a Nicol Bolas here today. They have all the colors they could ask for. That'll be a fatal push onto our walking ballista. Going to choose to ping the opponent. Alright. Looks like he's trying to control us here today. Looks like we've got some control going on. We're just going to go ahead and drop our dragon egg, and we'll be set up for the long run. It's the best card in Magic. We have an Aether Hub. Alright, our opponent definitely has all the colors they could use, but what are they going to do with them? Alright, we have a Champion of Wits. They're going to do some digging, getting through their deck, finding the things they want. Renegade Map's going to help us with that very soon. Alright. Some life gain, some draw power. Our opponent's doing a few things there. Okay, we're going to go ahead and drop this Renegade Map. Next turn, we'll be able to guarantee us a land drop. We're going to hold up this Lightning Strike, and we're going to consider Lightning Striking one of our Dragon Eggs in order to start getting some threats going on. That is an option that we're going to seriously think about. So we're not sure what our opponent's doing, but we don't want to give them all day to get up some combo pieces or something. You can have that. You can have it. Draw your card. And we have the Scarab God. Alright, now our opponent has dropped some power. We're going to start having issues with that Scarab God. We're going to have to do things quickly here today. So we need to get this moving. We need to get our opponent dead very quickly because we don't have very solid ways. We can kill the Scarab God, but he will just come back. And that is quite scary. Let's go ahead and sacrifice this and get us another land onto the field, because we're going to need that Lathless to come down at some point in order to win this game. Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and go into combat here. We're going to start getting in some damage. We're going to use that pump ability and get all the possible damage we can. We need to get our opponent low. Alrighty. We still have the one blocker on the ground, so we can prevent a little bit. Alright, opponent, what you going to do? And we do have a walking ballista in our graveyard that they may be looking at. We also have a dragon egg. Alright, we're just going to block 5 damage. We want to live as long as possible. We just want to live as long as possible, so we're going to go ahead and drop that, get some more Drakes onto the field so we have things to swing with. Alright, now we have a walking ballista. What do we want to do? What do we want to do? We're not getting the lands for us to finish off our opponent that way. I do believe we're just going to go into combat, and we're just going to try to burn him down quickly. I think that's going to be our best choice. We have 7 damage, so if he doesn't kill something, this turn and next turn is all our opponent has to finish us off. Or kill one of our people. Alright. Yep, that's one. We're going to spread it out, because if he does have a fatal push, you don't want it all to be on the same dragon. So we're going to spread the love there, and we're going to deal all the damage we can while we can. Our opponent thinking about a fatal push. Removal spell would really, really hurt us right now because we don't have a way to deal with that Scarab God. Alright. Vraska's Contempt. Our opponent's going to gain 2 life and lose 3 from the attack. Unless he has another removal spell. Down to 11. Alright. Nothing that we can actually do right now, so we're going to end our turn. Getting our backs against the wall. Backs are against the wall right now. Our opponent doing work with the Scarab God. Liliana, Death, Majesty. Opponent gonna start putting out some zombies.
The living are just so
Doing a lot of graveyard work. Luckily our opponent doesn't have any creatures in their graveyard for them to reanimate with the Liliana, so we're okay with that.
Are you
Looks like they're just gonna start making some 2/2 zombies. Did they get any creatures? Alright, he has a Glint Sleeve Siphoner. So that's something for him to get with the Scarab God as well. Looks like we're tied with our opponent now. It's coming down to a little bit of a race, and our opponent definitely has a huge edge on us. That's going to be our plan. We need to start saving life. Yes, that could have won the face, but they are so far ahead of us right now. We need to force them to have to recast their Scarab God. We're going to go ahead and get in our 2 damage. We want our opponent a little bit lower, because if we're ever able to get these Walking Ballistas, Lathliss, or especially a Demanding Dragon down, that's going to be very, very close to a finish. And we have a Fatal Push, so that would have come before their swing anyway, so that was a good decision. Alright, our opponent getting low on cards, but they do have Scarab God in hand once again. Missing these land drops, not being able to drop this Lathliss has been a very, very big problem for us. There goes our Lathliss. We're running out of a way. We're running out of a way. And that's probably just not going to do it. Deciding attacker. Does the opponent bring everything? Yes, he does, as he should. Alright, opponent. Do you have anything else? Do you have 1 random lightning strike in the deck to finish it off? Alright. Our opponent can choose to draw a card and lose a life. If he does that 11 times in a row, we'll be in good shape, and that'll be in a braid. So we'll go ahead. We're going to give the opponent the GGs, give him the good games, and we'll concede. Alright, everybody, let us know, what do you think about the dragons? We are getting some cards, we're getting some packs. I'm going to make a separate video and open a bunch of packs all at once. Let us know what changes you'd see in the deck, and we'll come back to it later on. Coming up, we have the red-green kicker deck, kicking and screaming. We're going to do some with that. So let us know what you want to see. How about a little quick opening here, because I have to do it. Alright, we got a couple rares, we got some decent stuff, we got some gold. See you guys next time.